I am speaking to someone on the verge of transformation. I'm speaking to someone who is dying for love, dying to be in union with the person that they believe is out there. I'm speaking to someone who is willing to go through hell and high water to get the dream of union that they have wholeheartedly thrown themselves into, the idea of love that maybe people have told them did not exist. I'm speaking to someone who is allowing for themselves to kind of burn those bridges that maybe their lens and their point of view have taken them down time and time again. I'm speaking to someone who is a lover of life, a lover of love, a devotee of love itself. I'm speaking to someone who is willing to break those chains of the stubbornness that maybe they have perpetuated throughout their relationships and surrounding their day-to-day lives in order to get that person, to get the one, to be with who they have dreamt of being with their entire life. So let's get into it. Today we have Sea Voyage as our oracle deck, as our oracle card. Oracle card. And we will be speaking about this. Sea Voyage to me speaks about transformation. It speaks about the ability and the willingness to transform into whoever it is that they need to be in the healthiest way possible in order to, meet themselves and meet whoever it is on the other side that they have been trying to meet their entire life. Ooh, burp for confirmation, girl. But yeah, so let's get into it. We have 21 for Sea Voyage. Let's see. Sea Voyage. Find octopus, whale, pearl, toff, seahorse, moonstone, Neptune, bluefish, flow room, Japanese mermaid, sand dollar, golden ship, siren. Keywords: the ocean, flow, the emotional body, subconscious, under the surface, ancient deception, tune in, adventure, creativity, bravery, the night sky, intuition. How brave must the elders of the past have been to voyage across the sea? And we're not talking about Christopher Columbus here. Think about the ancient Polynesians, crossing the open ocean for nights on end with just the stars. They faced some of our most deeply rooted fears, accepted the possibility of death, and held on to hope for land and discovery. These ocean voyagers knew how to navigate the night sky and trust their deep intuition. This card embraces the bravery and adventure it takes to discover something new within or outside yourself. Move forward with hope for a better future. Carry compassion and empathy, and remember to follow your gut. Your intuition and emotions are a gift. That's beautiful. I automatically heard in my head Moana. I love that movie. If Moana is a significant movie to you, then maybe that's confirmation. I'm hearing 333 as well. That might be confirmation, or that might be a number that shows up, as you're going through this experience of wanting to, go into a direction of love. I think when we speak of divine union, we always come at it with a lens of finding that perfect person rather than having the bravery to show up in ways that maybe are different from the ways that we have shown up in the past, maybe the ways that we weren't so successful in the past. So I'm speaking to someone specifically here when I say that allowing for yourself to show up differently and to be brave in the act of maybe saying no to what has felt like it always worked is what's the most important part to, you know, finding this union that you have sought after your entire life. We are going to get into the energy of the person that you are calling in. We're going to be using our Rider-Waite traditional tarot deck. I never know if I'm saying Rider-Waite the right way. I don't know if it's Rider-Waite or Rider-Waite. I don't know, girl. I just be saying it. I just be saying it. Okay. We are going to get into it. Oh yeah, but I love Moana. I love the music. I'm not really a big musical person, but that movie has always made me cry. The first and the second one has always... I've only seen the second one once, but the first one, I love the first one. Okay, so let's get into it. What is this person going to be like? For this collective, who is this person that you're calling in? Who is this new energy, this person, your person that you're calling in? Who are they? We have the Knight of Wands. So we have a doer. We have someone with some very original energy, someone with a warrior spirit, someone who is willing to show up and showcase themselves as who they are, you know, despite what others may think of them. And this could go for either gender. What else do we have, Spirit? Oh. We have the Nine of Cups. We have someone who is fertile, abundant within their emotions. So we speak of someone who is well maintained in their feminine energy. We speak of someone who holds the wisdom of knowing that all emotions have a space and a place in your inner world. So this is a very beautiful, whole, well-intentioned being in their own right. Someone who is willing to do that work, and who has done that work in order to meet themselves, in order to show up and showcase themselves in the best way possible. Do we have another card? Okay, we do have another card. We've got the Sun. We have it in reverse. Like I said, this is somebody who was not afraid to showcase themselves, not afraid to, you know, be all that they are, as they are, regardless of, you know, what others may think of them. We have somebody who is emotionally present, emotionally well identified. I don't know what that means. But we have someone who allows for themselves to be seen regardless of what they may look like to others. We have someone that allows for themselves to emotionally express regardless of how that may show up, to how that may come across to others as well. With the Knight of Wands, we speak of someone who is maybe in an energy where they are intending to go forward into a place where they are, you know, showcasing their energy in ways that fulfill them. We speak of fulfillment with this person, with this other divine counterpart. We speak of I want to say blessings. We speak of blessings. We speak of blessings in the sense of emotional fulfillment. Like, I don't, that's this person. This person is well-intentioned and well-maintained in their own inner world. And they're able to show up in a way that maybe you may have not experienced in the past with other relationships. And it shows up in this way because you have been willing to be brave and to showcase your own inner world. So as to, meet this person, to mirror this energy, right? So let's get into the story of your union. We're going to be using the Claire Arcana Tarot deck. And I like using this deck because I always feel like it tells me a story. It feels like a storybook whenever I use this deck. So that's why I like, getting the story. So let's see, like, what would it look like when you come in contact with each other? What will your initial conversation look like? What will the discussion of union look like? And what will your future look like? I'm shuffling these cards bad. Oh my god. So I'm gonna do one more shuffle because I am flopping, honey. Okay. So what will the initial union look like? What will the initial union look like? Okay. We have the Ten of Pentacles. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. We have the Ten of Pentacles and we have the Eight of Wands. Interesting. So what this tells me is that the initial union will be met with two people who are in a space where they are well sustaining themselves. They're in a space where they are fulfilled, taking care of themselves, happy with where they are, happy with what they're doing, happy with the way that things are moving in their life. So maybe this is something, and it's coming in fast. That's definitely Eight of Wands. That's what Eight of Wands is indicative of. It's coming in very, very fast. This may be maybe you or them are in a position where they are at a place of financial stability, and it seems as if there's some type of caregiver mentality, caregiver energy, because with this Ten of Pentacles there is, children, and it's telling me, it feels like it's telling me that they are in a place or in a position where they are capable of taking care and caregiving. So maybe you or them, or maybe both of you are caregivers, or your love language is taking care of people. So you may meet in a situation where you are being offered services, or offering services, or offering helping hand to the other person, and it's going to feel like an instant connection. It's going to feel like, okay, yeah, this one is different. This one, yeah, take all my money. You know what I'm saying? Take all my money. Take all my bench. So let's get into the initial conversation. We have the King of Cups and we have the Ace of Cups. Period. This is pure lay it out all on the table kind of energy. This is, very new, very, different energy for the both of us, but something that we have been waiting for. Speaking in second person, first person, I don't know. But yeah, so this energy speaks of just a newness, just a willingness to show up and maybe in ways where we might not have shown up in previous connections. Just being open and transparent about who we are, what we do, how we showcase ourselves. And I'm saying we as in either you or them. You know what I'm saying? So this, yeah, it's very simple energy. It talks about, I have this new connection that I'm feeling. It felt new, it felt instantaneous, I felt that spark, and I'm willing to, divulge in whatever feeling that I'm feeling right now. I'm willing to kind of meet you where you are, and I have done the work, either you or them or both of y'all. I have done the work where I have gained the confidence to show up as fully and as wholly as I possibly can, while also trying to nurture this new and this beautiful energy. I think that's very beautiful. So what would this union look like? 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups. It's gonna look like pure union. We get a lot of Cups energy. And with the Sea Voyage, just the Oracle card that we read off initially, this is all just good feelings, good feels. This is just like, wow. Wow. This is like, yeah, this is really cool. So what will the future look like for the both of you in this energy? We have the 3 of Cups with the union energy of just harmony. That's what the 3 of Cups speaks about. It speaks about harmony. Oh, the future energy. We got the Star. The Star. I'm a star. I'm a star. Like, girl, we stars. Like, maybe you or them or both of y'all are in a position where you are in a public eye. You're in a position where you are being seen a lot, or you're being respected a lot. And it's giving power couple. It's giving power couple. That's what it's giving. It's giving power couple. It's giving, just harmony overall. I love this energy. Like, this has been pure positive vibes from the get-go, honestly. So I want to get into your energy. We already got into your counterpart's energy. So what is your energy looking like? We're going to go right back to the Rider-Waite. Oh, there. I can't shuffle today. I don't know what it is. Maybe this hair wrapped too tight. Oh well. But yeah, we're going to get into your energy. Let's see what your energy has to show us. What does your energy have to show us? What is your energy looking like? Okay. We have the 3 of Wands. Okay. That's telling me that you have been willing and waiting to meet, this Knight of Wands, 9 of Cups, Sun energy person. You've been ready. You've been ready. You waiting for that ship to come, honey. We have the 7 of Swords. Okay. And we have the High Priestess. Okay. So your energy is telling me that you have just recently gotten out of a situation and you feel like you finessed. What does that mean? What does that mean that you feel like you finessed? Please tell me what that means. It's telling me that you have created this balance in your life where you are operating in a devotion to self and a devotion to maintaining your sense of self. So maybe that's what you mean by kind of finessing. Whatever previous connection that you got out of, maybe you have always been, not always, maybe you have kind of developed yourself to be that type of person where you feel like you lose yourself in relationships, and maybe whatever you recently got out of, it feels like maybe it wasn't how you would have reacted in the past. So it feels like you kind of like finessed your way out of a situation. I hate how, you know, crass that sounds, because it's just like you don't want to feel like you finessing nobody, right? But it's just like it feels like emotionally you have like maintained a certain version of yourself that maybe wasn't so accessible in the past and in your previous relationships, and it feels like, you know, you kind of like, it feels like you finessed your own thinking when it came to how you usually show up in your relationships. I guess that's what I want to say. Like you finessed your way out of, you know, what is it that they say? Abandoning yourself. You have finessed your way out of abandoning yourself. And but that's not really what happened. What really happened is you did the work. You did the work. You was doing the work the whole time. You have created nuance, and you have held space in your life that allows for you to kind of like navigate these situations differently. You're not finessing. You get what I'm saying? You're not finessing. Like, you're not finessing abandoning yourself, self-abandonment. You're not finessing that. And it's just like, okay, if you are thinking that way, then okay. You get what I'm saying? I'm not going to stop you from thinking that way. But you've done the work. Like, I feel like when you kind of go with that mindset of you finesse your way out of self-abandonment, it kind of takes away the power that you have by just being like, okay, I did the work because I was willing to do the work. I'm willing to meet, you know, myself and whoever it is that is on this other side of fulfillment. I'm willing to do the work to meet this sun energy. I'm willing to do the work to meet this person who, you know, is whole and well-intentioned within themselves. That's not finessing. That's not finessing. You get what I'm saying? Like, let's not sell ourselves short because this is something that we've done for the first time. You can keep doing this. And when you meet this person, they're going to be someone who is in the same lane as you are emotionally and spiritually. They're also going to be maintaining their own self and how they, you know, see the world. You ain't got to think of it like finessing, dog. I'm sorry. You ain't got to think of it like that. But overall, it's a very beautiful energy. Like, you have done immense amounts of work to kind of get out of the energy of self-abandonment, to get out of the energy of, you know, trauma, of operating through a traumatic lens and viewpoint. And you have created this sovereignty for yourself that gives you the ability to wield yourself in a way that you may not have seen others in your life be able to do so. And that is a feat within itself, being able to do that inner work. That is a beautiful realization and fulfillment of self. So we're pretty much done. We're going to get one more oracle card, and I want to ask about just the union of you two overall. This is the I Spy Oracle deck. This is my favorite deck, point blank period. I love it. I love doing nosy, curious shit. So this is right up my alley. Okay, what am I doing? All right, so let's get an overall energy of the union between you two. Let me get an overall energy of the union between you two. Please, Spirit. Take one off the top. We've got Gemini. Pretty. I see butterflies. I see a number keypad. I see a pencil. I see twins. Pretty. Dragonfly. Interesting. Let's see what we have for Gemini. Okay. Find cuneiform, an ancient form of writing. 4 butterflies, a pearl bracelet, a cup of coffee, twins, a dragonfly, the sky, 2 pencils, telephone numbers, the god Mercury. Keywords: versatile, quick-witted, communication, mutable air, writing, social media, books, alert, third spaces, the lungs, arms and hands, the nervous system, short distance travel, siblings, third house. Communication takes many forms, and this card represents a concentration of these channels. This intellectual, curious energy may encourage you to journal, call your long-distance friend, or catch up with a coworker over some coffee. This dynamic energy travels through life to experience it and gather new knowledge with wit and humor. Consider how exciting it is to chat with a good conversationalist. Suddenly, you're showered with new ideas or deeper concepts. Embrace this energy and bring it into your own life. This can also be your message to watch for signs from the universe and create lines of communication with the cosmos to interpret when it speaks to you. Beautiful. So what this is telling me is that you and this person are going to have very, very beautiful conversations, very deep, in-depth conversations, maybe conversations that you have been dying to have, that maybe you have scratched the surface of with other people, maybe you have scratched the surface of with friends and family, but never so intuitive, and just it seems like y'all are like just bouncing off ideas with each other, and you don't really have to say a lot. You can just, I don't know, maybe the look in their eye when you speak to them is just like, okay, you get it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very like, it's very twin flame energy. And I don't even like using twin flame energy, but it's giving very soulmate energy. We got Gemini, so it's giving like mirrored energy, right? They also spoke of social media, so they could be somebody that you find through social media, that you meet through social media, somebody who has a very eclectic way of thinking of the world. Maybe you have a very eclectic way of thinking of the world, and it makes sense. It just makes sense. Both of y'all just have very imaginative, new idealistic, views of the world, and maybe both of you are committed to seeing that into fruition. And I think that's a very beautiful energy to end off on. I think you are well on your way to meeting this person, even with the 8 of Wands energy, like, and that's in the initial meeting area of the reading. Easy. You know what I'm saying? Easy. Like, it's gonna feel like you've known each other for years. It's gonna feel like you've known each other your entire lives, and I think that's very beautiful. I think that with the journey of transformation that you have given yourself, that you have prompted for yourself, has created an opportunity of a lifetime. And I would just like to say, personally, congratulations, you did it. Now let's get to the meat and potatoes. Thank you for watching. If you would like to receive a reading from me, I will leave my description down in the I will leave the information down in the description box below. Email me. I have all of what I offer in the description box. You email me, I will send you my prices, and we can get it popping from there. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Shayla Ashley. If you would like to watch for more, consider liking and subscribing my content. It really helps out a lot. I am a new creator up here. So thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.